Of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Detroit Lions and the San Francisco 49ers. Hi again, everyone. Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. And Charles, you take a look at these 49ers as they interplay here. They were winners last time out, so they'll be looking, Charles, to make it 2 in a row.
And what I enjoyed when I watched their game tape and their victory last week is they put it together in every phase. Good offense, good defense, and some key plays on special teams. Let's see if they can get that second win in a row.
Meanwhile, for the Lions here, they come in at an early crossroads here, facing a tough opponent on the road where a loss would make them 0-3.
And when you start that way, doubts really start to creep into a locker room, and guys start to battle each other instead of worrying about winning games.
First down at Stafford. It's complete to Golden Tate. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
The numbers from last week's game for Ebron. 5 catches, 57 yards.
Better tighten up the coverage if you expect to slow this guy down, because if he gets going, he'll eat you up.
They'll run for the first time with Hill. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched him more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
And heavy contact. He is knocked down hard around the 37. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and get the quarterback a really nice target.
And nearly picked it off. He had a chance to come down with that in the end zone, but it'll wind up just being incomplete. On 2nd and 10, Stafford. And, he is really laid out that time. Knocked flat on his back. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. So 3rd down now. They need the 27-yard line for a first. To the air again, Stafford. And the Niners get there and bring him down. Benny Logan with a big-time sack on 3rd down. And it'll be a loss of 7. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work.
And this one will not get there. It's off to the left anyway. It's no good, and this will remain a scoreless game. Well, that opening drive looked good for a moment there, but they'll wind up being turned away thanks to the missed field goal.
And those especially hurt when you come into a game on the road. You're trying to get things to go your way early, and now you suffer a setback right out of the gate.
First carry for Carlos Hyde. And he might have got this across midfield, not by much. They'll mark it down at the 49. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. Cousins now on 2nd down. And Selleck here, left side. And he'll get it down here to the 43. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
A first look at the NFL scoreboard comes from down in Arizona. Early on, it's the Vikings in the driver's seat. We'll keep you updated on that one as it progresses. Now Cousins. And able to find Garcon. And he's going to have the first down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game.
And after the play on the ground, that brings up 2nd down here. Now Cousins here on the bootleg. That's to the right side, completes a Kittle. And down inside the 15 he goes. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the first down.
A give left to Hyde. And strong running there as he's inside the 10 and down to the 8-yard line. Second down, Cousins. His pass caught at the 4. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. I don't think it's a surprise they're throwing the football early. We expected that. They told us they were going to come out firing, but 4 for 4 on the opening drive. They like that.
They don't just like it. They love it, because now everyone gets locked in. Your confidence jumps up. Everyone's easy about what they're doing out there. And by the way, they're looking at the sidelines thinking to themselves and expressing, let's keep throwing it. We're doing pretty well.
And they got 3 yards. That's enough. A conversion, and now it's 1st and goal.
And thus far in this NFL season, no touchdown scored for him, and he's not going to get it on that play either.
So they pick up the first down after the run, and now they approach for the fresh set. They'll go to Blunt, try and pound it in. And he'll take this into the end zone for a San Francisco touchdown. LeGarrette Blunt, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Niners have taken the early lead. And the 49ers grab a 7-0 lead. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. On the return, here comes Amir Abdullah. And a nice job there as he gets this one up just shy of the 35-yard line at the 34. And Detroit getting set to go now. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, come get a little bit closer this time.
Closer.
Yeah, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
On second down, Hill to the 40 and no further. The razzle-dazzle, though, got him a couple extra on the play. A 6-yard pickup on the ground that time, and that'll make it 3rd and 4 coming up.
He was hoping to get to the edge, but they did a really nice job of forcing him back inside. That's excellent fundamental defensive football. Don't let them outside where they can really shred your defense.
Neutral zone infraction, defense.
A little antsy on the left side of the line.
Yeah, I think they got the guy in the end. I think they got the DN there on that one. And let's face it, he is so amped up, wanting to get a good get off on the snap, jump too quickly.
Following the penalty, it's Hill. Oh, now he bowls him over. And he'll be brought down at the 50 after a gain of about 5. From the 50, it's Stafford. Oh, a hit. He lost the football. Stafford puts it on the ground. And this is going to be 49er football.
What part did they went empty set there? No backs in the backfield. All receivers out in the pattern. And in this situation, you know what the quarterback has to do? Act as his own blitz control.
Yeah, he's got nobody else there to protect.
No one else there to protect, which means he's got to get rid of the football and absorb the hit, but not go down and fumble the ball.
A gain of 6 there on first. Great change up there on the route and got that inside release, made it a successful pitch and catch.
Well, the first thing you want to do is have him thinking that you're going outside, make a move in that direction. Then you really don't run the route against the whole body of the defender. You're running against a half of him, and the inside half, and he took it right across his face, got inside, and won that route in a big way.
That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
That was an okay hook up there with his tight end, but unfortunately, they didn't get the kind of yards they had hoped for. That's going to bring up 3rd down.
So 3rd and 2. This quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped. From the shotgun, it's Cousins. A bullet throw, but incomplete.
I'm not sure we could spot any tendency here on this 3rd down. They could have run it or passed it. Either one was available. They chose to try and get it through the air, but they were unsuccessful.
And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. So they recover the fumble but could not take advantage of the short field. They do get 3.
And no one ever turns down 3 points going up on the board, but the offense will go to the sidelines wondering what if, while the defense on the other side, they'll celebrate holding them to just a field goal after giving up such bad field position.
So out now come the Lions. And last time the turnover on the fumble, and they were in enemy territory, so that had to be very frustrating. Down on the scoreboard here, can't do it again.
You nailed every part of what was frustrating. Down on the scoreboard, had a drive.
And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. And they take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line.
Whenever I see a team turn it over on back-to-back drives, fumbles on their last 2, I know one person's blood pressure who is starting to rise, and that's the head coach.
Absolutely. And when's it going to go down? When they stop fumbling?
When they stop fumbling and after he's assessed the game film, and only if they manage to win the game.
Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Boy, that's a lot of sirloin steak to be taken down for no gain, partner.
Are you trying to suggest that he is a huge man?
He is
not just a big man, a huge man.
Big boy.
Well, how about the credit then for the defense to be able to chop that big tree and put him on the ground?
I know back when you played, it took 4 of you to take a guy like that down, right?
Well, that's for sure. And you know what else? I didn't want to challenge him at dinner either.
And he dumps it off to Blount. And he's brought down. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do to us downfield? And who can match up with him without weakening our overall defense? You're exactly right. It's a tough task to match up to him.
They'll run again with Blunt. He'll be stopped short of the 25. The nice move couldn't free him. They got 2 of the 3 they needed there. Leaves them with 3rd and just a yard.
If they're going to get a first down out of this, they're going to have to earn it because there's been tough going in the interior there. And here we are on 3rd and 1. Be prepared. Brace yourself. Could be some contact going on.
On 3rd and 1, here's Cousins. Well, they would have gotten the conversion if he could hold on. Instead, the drop means it'll be 4th down.
One of the best routes, one of the favorite routes of any play caller. He just ran that one. Nice little angle route. That's supposed to be a catch, and usually it is in running back drop.
Yeah, I mean, he's a running back, but he's got hands. He should have caught it. So good snap, good hold, and that one's right down the middle.
Never in doubt. Just the way you used to hit them, Brandon.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Lions offense, they get ready to head back onto the field. And last time they coughed it up, led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still, they're not happy about it.
Could you sense the relief, though, when they only gave up the field goal? And they were able to trot back out on the field and start this drive. A little more pep in their step because they didn't cost their team a touchdown. But they know they've got to do it a lot better than they did on the last possession.
The coach will just be relieved, though, if they recoup with a score here, right?
I think the coach would be ecstatic to see them pick themselves back up and now take it downfield and punch in the end zone without turning it over.
And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. Give him 3 yards, and now they're left needing a conversion here on 3rd and 6.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
So they will accept the penalty and move forward.
Still 3rd down.
Now 3rd down, less than a yard. They'll try and run for it. Here's Hill. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's 4th down.
We just saw another example of how the defense is winning this game. Really at the point of attack, the offensive line's just getting pushed around. I think now as a play caller, you got to give them a little bit of help. Maybe you keep your tight ends a little bit more. Maybe the running backs help you a little bit with the pass blocking. But you've got to help them get some confidence because you can't abandon the play calling right now.
The second quarter score from KC. Pretty woeful there. Just 23 yards on the punt. And the Niners will go on offense. 1st and 10. It's the Chiefs that have jumped out to the early lead against the Raiders. I have a feeling that one's going to stay tight throughout. We'll continue to monitor. They start on the ground here with Blunt. And now LeGarrette Blunt, the 40, past the 20, 10, touchdown, 49ers. LeGarrette Blunt with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the 49ers add on to their lead. And always a good first half when you can hit pay dirt twice.
And it never hurts to have that good feeling as the game moves on. Just think about halftime. If that's all he gets, he'll just sit there at the half and think, all right, 2 already. I can get some more. I can get some more. And it'll be encouraging his offensive line to create some space.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And our focus now moves on to Larry Fitzgerald. They've got to be thinking, how can we get him a little bit more involved here? Second quarter, you're down, and really, he's been out of the mix.
I would agree with that, and oftentimes you hear, well, we're just taking what the defense is giving us. But sometimes that's just not good enough. Sometimes you have to take what you want, and that means getting him the football.
Yeah, so far just a single catch in this game. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there? Freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
Ebron with it over the middle. Stafford finding his big tight end Ebron for a Lion first down. 5th catch of the game for him there.
Yeah, and the tight end position is now becoming a volume pass catcher. Used to be occasional, right? Safety valve. Throw one to him every so often, but mainly they want him out there to block. Nowadays, an integral part of the passing game, and they create such great mismatches that they often become the leading receiver.
5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. 2 minutes to play here in the first half. Back to the booth right after this. We remind you that coming up at halftime, Larry Ridley will have the highlights and analysis of this first half from our studios in Orlando.
And I have a fairly solid idea about which team will be featured prominently in those highlights.
Might be a little biased. Shipped together here from the D-line. To throw on second down is Stafford. They set up the screen to Hill. Oh, and now he bowls him over. And he's brought down. And give him 17 yards that time, as that'll move the chains. They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry. On first down, Stafford here. And he gets this down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. It'll be a 3-yard gain, and it'll bring up a second down.
Was that a receiver? Yeah, actually it was. There was a running back who was a receiver on the play. I think he's been spending time in the receiver drills getting his feet down.
Well, those guys out of the backfield, they got to be good, agile with their feet. He showed the agility there with a toe tap.
No doubt about it. It's like he'd run to ballet school. Got the toes down and stayed in bounds.
On 1st and 10, Stafford. This will be caught inside the 10. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
And lucky to get away with one there. That one nearly picked. Second down.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force.
And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. Michael Roberts, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Lions are able to draw a bit closer. The way this one was going, you just got the sense they needed something before half. They've at least got something on the board now. Still trailing, but a good sign.
That takes me back to our preseason tour of NFL camps. You remember we talked with that one coach who said his emphasis this year was scoring in the last 2 minutes of a half, heading into the locker room. This hits it right there. Take that momentum, take that good feeling, and take it to the locker room, regroup, and start over. They got it here.
They did indeed. And a lot of football, full half to be played. The 49er offense now making their way out onto the field. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, but a mistake there.
LeGarrette Blount. He's at the 40, the 20, 10, 5, touchdown, 49ers. LeGarrette Blount on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the 49ers add 6 to their lead. And with that carry, he He's already over 100 yards here in the first half.
And, partner, you know exactly what he's saying to his teammates right now, right? Especially to the play caller.
Give me the ball.
Again, and again, and again. It's not that heavy, sir. I'll take it.
A second quarter score from down in Houston. And the Colts have now swung back in front in that game. That one tight to this point, and you'd have to imagine it'll stay tight throughout. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Getting set to go again, Matthew Stafford trots back onto the field. A lot of the problems have been on the other side of the ball. Is that frustrating for a quarterback who's been playing well?
It is, but there's no way that the best ones let their teammates know that. They actually take it upon themselves and say, okay, I have to do even more, or I need to play better. Maybe even say I put my defense in a bad spot. That's what true leadership shows you.
Yeah, well, he doesn't need to change much personally. Stafford on first down. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. On second down, here's Stafford. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's third down. And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on third and long. A shotgun snap for Stafford. And it falls incomplete after almost being intercepted. A pick there would have been great. The good news for the defense now, it's fourth down.
Let's face it, if you want to get back into the game, these are the kind of throws you got to hit. He's wide open right there. Got to be able to get it to him, don't you think?
And those are the throws that haven't been available to them every time he's dropped a pass. Yeah, that's a big miss. Fair catch taken just inside the 40-yard line. That'll go down as just a 20-yard punt. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. The drive starts with a handoff to Blount. Strong run, but they get to him just beyond the 40. So we've hit halftime here, and we will skip the highlight show this week. Get right back to this Week 3 matchup. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This one taken from the 7. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. Here comes the 49ers offensive unit as they'll have it first to begin this third quarter. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Second down here after the incomplete pass. They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. Call it a gain of 4, and it'll leave them with a third down and 6 to go.
Third quarter, and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
On third down, Cousins. And it's caught over the middle by the tight end, Green. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up fourth.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a first down.
Now stopped him in his tracks. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. Well, they're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 first downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory.
No gain on the play there, second down.
No gain on that run. And while this team is down, they're not out of it by any stretch of the imagination. Maybe you just have to think about different style of running in order to get this guy going.
Now attempt carry for Hill. And he'll go down for a loss inside his own 5 at the 4. He lost 2 there, and it's third down.
But if these guys are going to chop into that deficit, they got to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage would be found.
Now the Notre Dame man, this is Theo Riddick. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively, and it likely forces a punt situation on 4th.
One of the things I love about this game is there's a match of wits throughout the game. Who's going to get the advantage? Who's going to catch someone off guard? It's like the offense thought they might catch the defense off balance with that play call, but unfortunately, that didn't work for them.
Taken right around the 44. And he'll be knocked down sideways at the 46. A 46-yard boot, but just 36 following a pretty decent return of 10 yards. And the Niners set up well. They take over 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. Now a toss play to Blunt. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
Partner, I think there's a lesson there. Some days you're just having a really tough time, and for the defense, today has been that day. But after that play, what do you learn? You can still make plays even when the other guy's having success against you.
And down to the 44, 5 yards that time.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. The Niners on third down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 8. From the gun, here's Cousins. And this is brought in by Pryor. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. The 21 yards there as they convert on 3rd. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
So they're operating in the red zone. The first carry for the Utah man now. It's Joe Williams. And they'll get him down right about the 20. Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be 3rd down.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again. Go play action, hit them over the top.
The Niners on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 7. Working out of the gun, Cousins. He rifles one that's intercepted. Darius Slay with a pick. And he returns it up just shy of the 20 to the 19-yard line. But they needed a break. They needed to make a play here in the 3rd quarter. Defensively, they did that. Now they got to go quickly and get some points on the board.
And the best part is that they made their own break. Taking the ball away. Now they just look at their offense and saying, guys,
let's go.
Come on, capitalize on this one.
And his throw here is incomplete. Eric Ebron, the big tight end, his intended target. And it's second down.
Sometimes the coverage is so good, no matter what you're doing on offense, you just can't shake anyone free. They try their best to find someone open, but they took away every passing alley, every angle, and shut the play down.
Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Fitzgerald. And he'll be out of bounds at the 25-yard line. The reception good for 7. It's third down.
All that practice time came to fruition on that play. All those timing routes that they work on through training camp, OTAs, minicamp, and just regular season, they got it done on that one. An out cut, ball was delivered, and picked up the completion.
And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
And we're into the second half now. This is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. Yikes. Terrible kick headed straight for the sidelines. And this one goes sailing out of bounds. Where did it cross? Well, they're going to say on this side of midfield. Kirk Cousins now gearing up to lead this offense back out there. He's been a good game manager. They're winning here in the third quarter, but really the ground game is where it's been at for them, hasn't it?
So whatever the game plan was, you just got to focus on continuing to run the football. And really that takes the pressure off of the guy throwing it around. Doesn't have to be the focal point. Hand it off, let him chew up the yardage in big plays, and your team's winning. The only people upset, the fantasy guys who may have started him at quarterback in their leagues.
And we'll see if they continue with the recipe of the ground game. And he will force his way forward for a yard or two, but I have a good feeling this will be coming back.
Holding offense.
That hold coming from the middle of the line, the center.
And it's difficult for him because sometimes you've got people right over you, and as soon as you snap it, trying to get your hands up and block them, you can be a little bit late getting it done.
Again, here's Blunt. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. They lost 4 there, and it's third down.
So while the offense has had a big day, no one on that side of the ball is excited about seeing a loss like that. Their goal, to make every play positive. And when you have a bad one like that, your next goal is to not let it spiral into more.
Third and long for Cousins. Now the hit comes, and Cousins lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from it. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Elsewhere at Arrowhead there in the third quarter. The Chiefs have extended their lead in that one. Remember to keep an eye on the ticker, of course, at the bottom of your screen for updates on that game and others around the NFL. They'll try to get the offense going with Hill. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Back now here in Santa Clara. It's the Lions trailing, but with possession of the football as we get set to bring you the fourth quarter. Now a first down throw. Stafford. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Solomon Thomas in there to drop him, and it'll be a loss of about 8.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Here's Stafford now on second down. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. Nothing on the screen that time. Now it's third down. So nothing there on the screen that time.
That means all that great acting they tried on offense went for naught, didn't it? Because you have to try and influence them. Make them think that you're doing something else. Make them think that they can get to the passer by letting them by and then setting up the screen and getting downfield. Didn't happen at all. Give a lot of credit to the defense for not tumbling to that one.
4 yards on the pickup, and that's going to make it fourth down. Did they maybe play that too safely on third down? I know you don't want to just throw a ball blindly downfield, but that didn't help them a whole lot.
I think they probably said if it's open, take the shot. If not, get something safe because we do have fourth down to try and pick it up.
They'll get 16 yards there, and it'll be first down, Detroit. And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. On first down, it's Stafford. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on.
Pass interference. Defense.
Trying to defend the out route there, got the PI call.
And you know what's difficult about that one is sometimes you want to make the undercut move and go for the football, and other times just want to hang on the upfield shoulder and make the tackle. And you got caught in between and created a foul.
Fuller brings it in over the middle and brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks. And here comes play number 6 on this drive. Throwing on first down. Stafford. And Hill with it over the middle. Hill's hit, and he lost the football. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. And the return stops at the 39-yard line.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, you'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely. They'll begin here with Blount. He'll get about 3 as he's brought down right around the 42.
But Brandon, pace comes into play now because they've got the advantage. They've got the football, but they've got to be very careful about what speed they're going to play. You know, my music teacher back in New Paltz, Mrs. Bythema Bagley, used to say, don't go prestissimo when you really want to go largo. And what she meant by that is don't go too fast when you really want to go at a nice, slow, deliberate pace.
I am speechless. I am without speech. Now Blount. And now running right through it. And very little daylight there. He'll get a couple up to the 44. The fourth quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding. Keep it going. But you got to figure now they're going to see more people stacked up at the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
Here's Blount. And a minimal gain here as he's up to about the 47-yard line. Give him a couple on the run as it brings up a fourth down.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
A fourth quarter score, meanwhile, from Kansas City. The Chiefs continue to add on. They're really rolling. And if they could hold on to that lead, it would be win number 4 on the season for them. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. This one will sail out of bounds. It'll depend on the spot here. And the side judge says that went out at the 7-yard line. And Detroit getting set to go now. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it, though, because you're exactly right.
Like that, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. Is that word again, symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis, symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word, and I just kept using it.
Looking to throw on second down. Stafford. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up third down. The Lions on third down. They're struggling. 0 for 6 thus far. They're up against a 3rd-and-1 situation. From the gun, here's Stafford. And he's got Fitzgerald. And he is going to feel that one. Knocked down hard. So here we go, 1st and 10 now. Stafford looks to throw again. His throw incomplete. He was trying to find Marvin Jones that time. That'll bring up second down. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
On 2nd and 10, Stafford. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he's going to be stopped dead in his tracks at the 36. Give him 11 yards that time and a new set of downs. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
And he'll be brought down right around the 37. It'll be a pickup of only a yard, and it'll be second down. Throwing again at Stafford. Quick throw that's complete on the inside slant. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. On 1st and 10, Stafford, and he loses the football a second time. But I believe the Lion was there to recover it. Yes, they will indeed keep possession. Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set. On 2nd down, Hill, despite the strong run, he'll be hit and dropped shy of the 45. And before they can run this 3rd down play, we're going to get a timeout, as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. From the gun on 3rd down, Stafford. He finds his target, Fuller. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. 18 yards there and a 1st down. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times, because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a 1st down.
12 more yards there and another 1st down. From the red zone now, Stafford. And unable to connect on the long pass. It falls down incomplete. Will Fuller was the intended target. And now it's 2nd down.
Boy, you will not see a quarterback of his caliber miss on one like that very often. I mean, there it is, wide open, got the shot, and he misfires.
We talked about, boy, he'll want that one back all the time. He definitely wants that one back. The Lions on 3rd down. They've struggled to the tune of 2 for 8 so far. This is 3rd and 10. To the air again, Stafford. And out of bounds all the way down at the 2-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Great footwork there, Charles, to dot the I, stay in bounds, get both feet in. He's probably thinking, oh, man, I made a catch like that close to the end zone. I should have scored.
Yeah, there's always a regret when you're that close to the goal.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Detroit. Golden Tate, a 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Lions are able to cut into this lead.
I'm not sure win-win is the proper term here, but it certainly felt like it. They got the touchdown they needed, but if I'm on the defensive side of the ball, okay, you got the touchdown, but it sure took you a long time.
Yeah, because offensively there, you're probably hoping for a 1 to 5 play drive. That one ate up a little more time than they were hoping.
You're exactly right, and if you have that 1 to 5 play drive, you actually build up momentum and even more hope. When they had to slog their way downfield, they got the touchdown, but it's almost like, yeah, you know,
doesn't feel right.
Exactly.
And San Francisco gets set to go here. Certainly want to avoid what they had to do last possession. That was punt the football, because this game's starting to tighten up.
In a basketball sense, you think about taking a little bit of the air out of the ball, right? Maybe milk some clock, limit the possessions. In this case, they might want to do the same thing, but control the game offensively. Put together some 1st downs, put together a drive, and keep it away from them.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41. Only a gain of a couple there. That leaves him needing about 7 here on 3rd down. Charles, why didn't they just take the knee there?
You're asking the question that I'm asking as well, because we've seen a lot of football where coaches decide maybe to get a little greedy. I don't know if they're doing it for stats or for what reason. We've seen it happen in college. And how about in the NFL? The miracle of the Meadowlands. All they had to do was take a knee and the game was over. The Giants ran it one more time. Ball popped free. Philadelphia picks it up and wins the game.
What year was that?
1978. I think it was in November.
They'll run it here with Blunt. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. He's just short. He got 6 of the 7 he needed, so that leaves a decision here on 4th and a yard. This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space, maybe too far for your field goal kicker. I'm like the old rule. Possession is 9/10 of the law. Possession is 9/10 of winning the game. Go for it. Get the first down. Close it out.
And, Charles, I think when the schedule comes out, all teams, no matter where they're predicted to finish, talk about protecting your home turf. They were able to do that here in this one.
Similar to a tennis match, right? Not letting them break your serve. That way you hold on to it. They got it done, and they feel very good about that victory.
So for San Francisco.